6:30, welcome to our Vendée Flash this evening, live from Les Sables d'Olonne. Well, 11 skippers have now passed Cape Horn in this amazing race. Only 3 skippers of the most recent group have been round before. Louis Burton was in 6th and is going round for the second time. Jean Le Cam went round in 7th, and it's his 7th rounding of Cape Horn. And Boris Herrmann went round in 4th for his 4th time, rounding in 10th place. And indeed, it was one of the closest ever roundings. We had 4 skippers went round in 4 hours in the early hours of this morning, and 8 skippers went round Cape Horn in a 12-hour period. Never ever seen before in the Vendée Globe. News for Boris Herrmann fans this evening as he's managed to repair his mainsail. He tore the leech of the mainsail and he had to round Cape Horn under his J3 jib only, and he's had several hours of repairs to complete, and he's back up and racing, and the mainsail is up at full hoist, and he's making 11 knots this evening. Next into Cape Horn will be Clarisse Kramer, arriving tonight. Still, she had 40 odd knots earlier in the day, and this is Clarisse enjoying the conditions.
C'est baptême du feu pour Clarisse là. J'ai jamais été dans des conditions pareilles. J'ai entre 35 et 45 nœuds, mais avec de la bonne mer, et c'est pas du 45 nœuds de vent chaud quoi, c'est du 45 nœuds bien trempés. J'ai fini là par, je sais pas si c'est une bonne idée ou pas, je teste, j'ai roulé la voile d'avant. Parce que dans les surfs, je me faisais trop peur, je faisais des surfs à 30 nœuds. Et c'était un peu stressant. Du coup là je teste avec juste 3 riz dans la grand voile. Et je fais encore des surfs à 22 nœuds là, donc bon. Il se mérite le Cap Horn, hein. Je fais pas la maline, j'avoue là je suis pas fan du tout. Mais bon, c'est dans le grain qu'on reconnaît le marin, il paraît. Voilà, j'apprends là, c'est apprentissage en temps réel, je la joue hyper safe, mais j'ai vraiment pas envie de casser mon bateau.
So that's Clarisse Kramer on Bank Popular 10, looking forward to the release out of the Southern Ocean and into the Atlantic this evening. She was about 80 miles from Cape Horn when we came on live earlier on, so she should round in the course of the evening. Let's look at the standings then. At 6 o'clock this evening, Yannick Bestaven was 181 miles ahead of Charlie Dallin. It just make a little more of an advance, just a few more miles on Charlie over the last ranking, doing 32 miles compared with Dallin's 29. Thomas Riong's in 3rd and Damien Seguin is in 4th. He's only 49 miles, in fact, behind Thomas Riong. Damien Seguin is in 4th. Then Benjamin Dutroux in 5th. He's 19 miles ahead of Louis Burton. Louis Burton still going well. Quickest of the top 10 this evening. 17.7 knots compared with Dutroux. 16.7 Damien Seguin. 16.2, and all 3 leaders under 10 knots. Then Jean Le Cam is in 7th. He is 48 miles ahead of Maxime Sorel. Sorel is just ahead of Giancarlo Pedotti. Pedotti is only a couple of miles behind just now and going well on Prysmian Group. Boris Herrmann is in 10th. He is 45 miles behind Pedotti, and Isabelle Josk is quite close still to Boris, about 2 miles separating them in 11th. And as Giancarlo Pedotti in 9th, it was his first rounding of Cape Horn, and this was Giancarlo Pedotti celebrating. He took some time to celebrate. He had 45 knots at the Cape, and this is Giancarlo celebrating.
È arrivato finalmente il momento tanto atteso. Festeggiamo con champagne il passaggio di Cape Horn, leggermente indifferita perché quando abbiamo passato Cape Horn c'erano raffiche a oltre 45 nodi e quindi non era possibile aprire la bottiglia, ma lo facciamo adesso. E voilà. Il primo è per il mare, Secondo sorso per la barca e l'ultimo goccio per Giancarlo. Salute!
So Giancarlo Pedotti then celebrating onboard Prismian Group. He's in 9th place. Really nothing between Maxime Sorel in 8th and Isabel Joschk in 11th, only 40 or 50 miles. But as I say, Isabel Joschk is in 11th. Clarice Kramer coming into Cape Horn this evening in 12th. Further down the table, we're looking at Pip Hare in 15th, still a good distance, about 10, 15 miles ahead of Alan Rura. Alan Rura doing 11 knots, Pip Hare doing 13.7 this evening. Then other internationals, Didac Costa 12.7 knots in 20th place. Going quicker just now than Kojiro Shiraishi, keeping the Japanese skipper at bay in 21st. And then of our other internationals, Miranda Merrin said earlier on in the day she had problems with her pilot, intermittent problem with the pilot, but she's been doing 11.5 knots and did a 340-mile day. So Miranda nice and steady in 23rd. And Ari Hosella, a 296-mile day, fairly steady for him in 26th. And Sebastian Destremo in 27th, keeping up the good work, doing 12.3 knots, and so clearly his steering problems do seem to be behind him. Now join us tomorrow at 12:30 UTC, 13:30 here in France. My guest will be Charlie Enright, the 11th hour skipper, building a new IMOCA for the ocean race. We'll have Charlie on with us tomorrow. Any questions for him or indeed anything to do with the Vendée Globe, please post them on our social network channels on Twitter, Instagram or Facebook. See you tomorrow.
Oh.